Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take your curiosity and, well, the really interesting sources you send our way and boil it all down.
Get to the good stuff.
Exactly. Find those key nuggets of insight. And today, wow, you've given us quite a stack. We've got articles, reports, looks like Tom's Guide, Yahoo Tech, Reuters, The Verge, Axios, Bleeping Computer, even Cinco Dias weighing in here.
A broad view, definitely.
Yeah. So our mission today, let's unpack all this. We're diving deep into what seems to be one of the biggest AI developments people are waiting for. We're talking about the next generation of OpenAI's main model.
GPT-5.
That's the one. Okay, let's unpack this.
Well, right off the bat, the thing that jumps out from, pretty much all these sources is the timing. They're consistently pointing towards an early August 2025 launch.
August 2025, okay.
Yeah. Tom's Guide really reinforced what some earlier reports suggested, but like you said, Reuters, The Verge, Axios, they're all kind of circling that same time frame.
So no specific day locked down, but the window seems pretty solid.
It seems to be solidifying. Yeah. No guarantees, of course, but that's the consensus in the reporting.
It's interesting because Sam Altman, OpenAI's CEO, he was talking publicly back on July 19th, said GPT-5 was coming soon.
I remember that.
But he also, tried to manage expectations a bit. He specifically said that super advanced model, the one that aced the Math Olympiad,
The IMO gold winner, yeah.
that one won't be shipping right away. So there's this kind of hype versus reality balancing act happening.
Definitely. Building anticipation, but also saying, hold on, let's be realistic about version 1.
So if we're looking at August 2025, maybe, what's actually changing? What's under the hood that makes GPT-5, fundamentally different or more powerful than what we have now?
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting, architecturally speaking. The big shift, and this is across multiple reports, is the plan to combine OpenAI's O-series reasoning models.
The O series, like the one specialized for logic.
Exactly. Like their internal O3 model people have heard about.
Yeah.
Combine those with the existing GPT line. The idea is to create one single unified system.
Unified, meaning?
Meaning it could handle the deep reasoning and the multimodal images, voice, text all together seamlessly. You wouldn't have to consciously pick, okay, do I need the reasoning model or the general one?
Ah, okay. That addresses a real point of confusion right now, choosing between GPT-4o or maybe O3 if you had access, or the smaller ones.
Precisely. It aims to eliminate that choice for the user, making it much more integrated. That sounds like a big deal for just like everyday usability.
That unified system approach definitely sounds like a leap. So it's not just dropping one massive model on us. You mentioned different versions.
Correct. It's more like an ecosystem. They'll launch the main full-featured GPT-5 that'll be in ChatGPT and available through the API for developers.
Standard approach there.
Yeah. But alongside that, the sources are pretty clear. There will be 2 scaled models. There's a GPT-5 Mini also in ChatGPT and via API.
Okay.
And then a GPT-5 Nano. Now, Cinco Dias specifically reported this one as API only, and it's designed apparently for low-capacity devices.
Low capacity, like edge devices, maybe even a smartwatch or something.
That seems to be the implication, yeah. Really opens up possibilities for AI that's just there ambiently.
That's huge for wider adoption. But did the sources say anything about trade-offs? I mean, a nano version must have some limitations, right? Maybe reasoning power or context length.
That's a fair question. The reporting right now focuses more on the fact of their existence and accessibility, less on the detailed performance compromises, but the general buzz from early testing on GPT-5 overall.
Yeah. What's the word?
Major improvements. That's the consistent message, especially in reasoning, coding tasks, and tackling longer or more complex problems.
Better than what we have now, obviously, but how much better? Any comparisons?
Well, significantly better, it sounds like, and notably, some reports mention GPT-5 benchmarks looking better than Anthropic's Claude models.
Ooh, okay. That's a direct competitive marker then.
It is, and remember Sam Altman's comments again. He talked about testing it and said it felt very fast.
Fast is good.
But he also made that really striking comparison. He likened the scale of its development to the Manhattan Project.
Wow. The Manhattan Project. That's intense. That carries a lot of weight, both achievement and, frankly, ethical concern.
Exactly. He explicitly mentioned ethical concerns and the societal impact. It's this mix of clear excitement about the capability and a very real sense of the gravity of it all.
When he says ethical concerns, are the sources hinting at specifics? Is it about misuse, bias, control, or just the sheer unknown power?
It seems mostly framed around the magnitude of the capability and its potential reach, less about specific technical flaws cited in these reports and more about the broad societal shifts such a powerful, widely adopted tool could trigger.
The responsibility.
Right, the unforeseen consequences. Okay, so speaking of power, what about handling longer conversations?
Hmm.
Memory and context length are always big hurdles. Critical point. And yes, the expectation set by these sources is that GPT-5 will offer a longer context window, definitely. Plus, stronger memory retention.
So it remembers more of the conversation for longer.
And handles multi-step reasoning and planning tasks much better than GPT-4o. This is key for those really complex back-and-forth interactions you might want.
Makes sense. And multimodality. We saw big steps with 4.0, voice, vision. Does 5 continue that?
Absolutely. It'll still handle voice, image, file inputs, just like 4o. The key difference, though, according to the reports, is how it does it.
How so?
Much more seamless integration. That switching between modalities, understanding an image, responding with voice, reading a file, it's supposed to happen almost invisibly behind the scenes.
So it feels less like you're using different tools bolted together and more like one coherent intelligence.
That seems to be the goal, yeah. Making it feel much more natural and integrated for you.
And this isn't happening in isolation, right?
Yeah.
I think your sources mentioned another related OpenAI product getting an update around the same time.
That's right, yeah. Tom's guide specifically called out Sora 2.
The video generation model.
Yep, the next version. It's expected to launch alongside GPT-5. And the anticipated improvements are pretty significant there, too.
Like what?
Better understanding of human motion, which has been a tricky area. Added audio support so video with sound, longer clips possible, and higher resolution output.
So generating more complex, more realistic, longer video scenes with sound, alongside a more powerful language and reasoning model, that's quite a package.
It really paints a picture of a much more capable, integrated AI toolkit emerging.
Okay, let's pull back for a second then. We've got the unified architecture, the different versions like Mini and Nano, big jumps in reasoning and speed, better memory, seamless multimodality, plus Sora 2. What does this all add up to? What are the big takeaways for you, the listener, someone watching this AI space unfold?
Well, it really ties back to that narrative Altman's been building, on podcasts, on X. He's upfront that GPT-5 at launch probably won't be that IMO gold medal model.
Right, managing expectations again.
But even the early versions he's seen have clearly impressed him deeply. And that brings us back to his recurring theme, this incredible excitement balanced with a genuine sense of responsibility, maybe even concern about the speed of progress and the societal impact.
It feels like we're accelerating towards something different.
It definitely feels that way.
Yeah.
We're moving toward AI that's not just a tool for one specific task, but a much more integrated form of intelligence.
So recapping the key points from your sources.
Yeah.
A next-gen GPT-5 with that unified architecture mixing reasoning and multimodality. Scaled versions like Mini and Nano for broader use. Big leaps in performance reasoning, coding, speed, better memory, seamless handling of voice, image, files. And all this time with Sora 2's video generation upgrades.
Yeah, that captures it. And this deep dive really highlights how fast things are moving towards that integrated intelligence. It leaves us with a pretty big question, I think, for you to ponder.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Well, if you have a single AI system that can fluidly combine deep reasoning, understand various inputs like voice and images, and generate complex video with audio, what does that actually unlock? What new kinds of interaction, what creative possibilities open up for you personally and for society that maybe we can't even fully imagine right now?
That's a lot to think about. A really powerful question to end on. Thank you again for sharing all those sources with us. Keep digging, keep questioning, and let's keep watching how these incredible advancements reshape our world.